We're back. We're back. Back in effect. All right, guys, I got to send a couple emails really quick. But I'm here. I'm with you. You guys can hear me, right? I don't know what's going on, dude. It's like every time I open an app or something, it just like shit just crashes, you know? So let's get to 40 mini streams. I think that's going to be the vibe, you know? $40 mini streams, dude. All right, sending these off. I got to send some tracks out. Just give me a sec, boys. Trust me, man. It's as annoying to me as it is to you. What can you do, though, man? All right, so I guess we're doing this track review stuff, right? Did I get another one? Let me see. All right, let's scoop another track here. All right, Cisco, if you're watching, send me a download link because I got to be able to. I'm not going to go to SoundCloud and listen on there. Please, no SoundCloud links. Make sure I can download it. If you're scared about leaking it out, just do like a 128 rip or something. I just don't really want to open Chrome right now to view these just because it's crashing every 2 seconds as is. So Nerdy Frames. Let's check this one out. I don't know if you're still watching, but hopefully you are. Let's get into it. This one's just called Demo. So let's see what we got here. Shit. Dude. It's an epic fail. Check 1, 2. Okay, cool. All right, Nerdy Frames. Let's check it out. This is a demo. Okay, so you got some weird chord / lead stuff going on here that doesn't really gel with the ARP line. Like you're in like the wrong key or something. Like something weird's going on there. So let's figure out what key you need to be in here. So I think it's C minor that you need to be in. And it sounds to me like some of this stuff is like that's in a different key or something. And then same. That's probably more what you're kind of going for, I think. I mean, you can do cooler voicings, but is it F minor? Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, F minor. Yeah, so I mean, if you can adapt these chords to F minor, you should be good because the ARP is really cool, the drums are cool. Yeah. C minor sounds right. Yeah, C minor, F minor, kind of close. But like the groove is cool, the drums, the ARP thing is really hot, but this stuff isn't really vibing with me, whatever. Like especially this lead is just way out to me. It's really dope, though. I think if you just adapt those chords and even the sound might be weird, this sound. But it's cool. I like that like housey kind of vibey chords. It just need to fit a little better. Super cool groove. Like I could write a track to this easily. It's really fun. anyways, yeah, that's kind of the only feedback I have for that. Because it sounds like it's just a beginning of a track, but I would, yeah, just get that stuff in order first before you do anything else, you know? All right, let's do another one. See what else we got. SoundCloud. No SoundCloud links, guys. Okay, True Blue. Let's get into this. Not my song, but Hunter Jackson's. I submitted on his. Okay, so this is from your friend or something? Guys, if you want to submit stuff, Discord, go to the Discord. There's the link in the on my channel, and then there's it's a feedback thread. That's where you want to post it, and make sure you have a download link so I can just drop it in here because I don't want to open Chrome. So, okay. So, right off the bat, I can tell the mastering's like really intense. You might want to. Like that's I don't like seeing this kind of stuff, especially here's the thing, man, like with mastering now, the loudness war thing of having shit being super smashed and super loud, I think is done. It's done. Like you want your stuff to be loud but I think more than that, you want it to be dynamic because, you know, pretty much all music now is being listened to on, especially now that people like clubs aren't going and there's no festivals and stuff. Everything's being listened to on streaming services like Spotify, you know? And all these streaming services, they all try to regulate the volume of all the tracks, right? So say you send them a track that's like mastered and it's super fucking loud and super compressed, they're just going to lower the volume of it so it matches the other songs that are on the minus 14 dB. Yeah, it's something like that, I think, on the streaming services. So you're doing your music a disservice by slamming it and crunching all the dynamics down like this because they're just going to lower the volume. And when they lower the volume of something that has no dynamics, it sounds way worse. So without even listening to this, I can tell the mastering's way crazy. Like it looks like it has sausage fattener on it, you know? Too crazy, way too crazy. But let's have a listen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, the only feedback I have on this is I just think the mastering is too crazy. But then again, with this style of music, like, I don't know what to call this. It's just kind of like electro dubstep hybrid shit. I don't know. It's cool. It's like EDM, whatever. I don't know. But for me, I would never master something this crazy now. But maybe for this style of music, maybe that's what you want. So I don't really know. I'm just not, I don't really follow this type of stuff. So I don't know if maybe this is the norm to have it this crazy loud. Um, but yeah, I mean, like the production's crazy. Everything sounds really crazy and good. It's just a little bit crazy on the master side, but to me, it just sounds a little dated when it's that squashed. It's like old Madeon or something, or like it sounds very like 2012 or something, you know? But I mean, if that's the style, you want the super blasty, like big sounding, then maybe that's what you want. But for me, I would never master something this crazy nowadays. But I also don't make, like I said, I don't make this style of music. I don't really follow it, so it's hard for me to critique it. But I mean, I will tell you, I was making stuff like this back in like 2000, yeah, 2010, 12, whatever. And I was doing the same thing, and I was blasting the shit like crazy like this, or trying to get it as loud as possible. So if that's the style you're going for, then maybe it's okay. But yeah, as far as like, I mean, the mix sounds good. I think, you know, everything sounds good. But yeah, it's the only critiques I could give on something like this are just more artistic kind of critiques, you know, which I'm not really going to do because this just isn't my vibe right now, you know. But yeah, maybe look into the mastering, just mellow it out a bit because the mix sounds good, but there's just no dynamics. And like the thing about this kind of music is like people will listen to this stuff, like stream it on Spotify and stuff, but I don't know where else you would hear stuff like this. I don't know. Sorry, I can't be more help on this one, but because I mean the engineering and the mixing and everything sounds really good to me. Like I have no real whoever produced it knows what the fuck they're doing. So But yeah, when you have stuff mixed this like loud, it can really fatigue your ears. And I feel like this, even just this style of like stuff coming in, it's just like, and there's like white noise, and it's like, whoa, it's so big. Like, I don't know, it's just not, that's not the wave right now for me personally. So sorry, I don't have more specific critiques on that, but because it's all really well done, it's just not my style of music, so I can't really get too far into it. But yeah, white noise blasts, and that shit's dead, man. You only hear that music on like video games and shit now. Like no one's playing that stuff out, you know. You'll hear that on like Rocket League or something, but you're not going to hear DJs playing that kind of shit. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just completely out of fucking touch and I should just shut up. But hey, you wanted my opinion, so that's what we're doing. All right, Young Davis. Let's get into this one, dude. Hopefully my mic is still working. Check 1, 2. Yeah, we're good. But yeah, I think in general with these reviews, like it's going to be hard for me to, like I can give mixing tips and stuff like that, but if it's not my style of music, I can't really give that much usable like feedback, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's try this one. So this is from, sorry, what was your name again? Young Davis. Oh yeah, Young Davis. What up, dude? You're in the chat, right, bro? There he is. What's up, dog? All right, let's get into this. Okay, so like right off the bat, this looks a lot better. You know, this is still really fucking loud, but you know, I would dial this back a little bit because I don't know, I'm very visual when I go into like mastering and stuff, and I don't like to see kick drums that are boxes like this. Like I want to see this kind of shape more. That's what a nice kick drum looks like to me. I don't want to see like boxes because then you're just over limiting it. Should look like that. But that's just a minor note. Let's listen to the. That's just like dialing back the limiter a bit. That's super easy. But let's listen to the track.
Temptation. You know, temptation is very hard to overcome.
What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Overcome. What did that make you feel? Any ideas?
Temptation is very hard to overcome.
What did that make you feel? Any ideas? What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Overcome. What did that make you feel? Any ideas? What did that make you feel? Any ideas?
All right, man. So Yeah, I would mellow out the master a little bit. Like the mix is really sick though, man. I think it's all balanced really well. Just mellow out the limiter a little bit, like I said with the kick drums and stuff. But it's really close. Like that's a minor tweak.
What did that make you feel?
And you know what? It actually sounds fine as is too. You could totally just leave it, but that's a pretty minor note. Let me check one thing here too.
What did that make you feel? What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? What did that make you feel? Any What did that make you feel? What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? What did that make What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? What did that make you feel?
All right, I just wanted to check one of these chords.
Temptation.
There you go. What's the voice? Trying to figure out the voicing you're doing there. It's cool, man. It's interesting. It works, you know.
What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas? Any ideas?
Like that chord's really interesting to me. Whatever that is, it's cool.
What did that make you feel? Any ideas? Any ideas?
Temptation.
I think it's. Super dope, man. No real notes on this, man. The chord is this chord's a little weird to me, but like that's cool though. I think it's more interesting. You know?
What did that make you feel? Any ideas?
There's your breakdown, dude. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, no real notes on that, man. I'm just kind of noodling over it. That could be nice though, right? Oh, those are the chords? What is that? Is that B minor? You're saying B minor? All right, so let's put this in my key. Let's figure out the chords because a lot of you guys are better than me at that kind of shit. So you're saying B minor. F sharp minor. What is E7 anyways? Is E7 like, I never understood that. Is it? Yeah, it's my birthday, dog. E7, what does that mean, dude? I don't know shit about music theory. Does that mean major 7 or minor 7? Major 7? Okay. This is actually a good trick too. If you, oh wait, sorry, I gotta be on record. Sometimes I forget about this too. You can just play stuff like. You're saying. Okay, you guys are confused. You gotta slow down. What's an E7, dude? Tell me what an E7 is. Is that an E7 or is this an E7? Like. Yeah, you guys are giving me a million different things. E7 is an E major chord with the 7th on top. Well, all 7 chords have the 7, right? Like a E major 7 with a minor on the 4th note. What? So that. Oh my God. Look at this music theory we're getting in here. This is awesome. E, F sharp, B, D. Oh, weird. That is a weird chord. That's a trippy chord, dude. I don't know if that's it. Yeah, that's super weird, dude. Is that it? Did I get it? I just want to put it into my keys so I can kind of understand what the hell is going on with it. That is a super weird chord. I don't know if I love it. Like, to me, I would play. Oh wait. Where was I getting the major from? How come I was hearing major there? It's super weird. And I was... Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst chord. Maybe I just don't like that voicing. Like, that's it. It's because you're leaving out the minor, right? You're leaving out the third, right? It's kind of what's giving it that color. It's nice. It's actually really nice. Yeah, it's a really interesting chord because it's one of those chords where I'm like, is that major or minor, right? Which is kind of cool. But it might be cool if it does resolve to a minor or a major. Let's see if the minor sounds good. So see, they both work. I always think minor is cooler than major, but I mean, this all sounds really emotional when you play it like that, when you do the sus going to the major. Like, I always like the minor there is nice to me. Like, and then I'm playing the 7 there, but you could go a little darker and not play the 7. But you're playing the 9 there, is what it is. You're playing this. Just that voicing of it sounds a little darker, I guess. Sorry, I'm nerding out. This is cool though. I'm learning stuff, you know, because that's a chord I've never played in my life. This voicing, super crazy to me. Really cool. It's really cool. Send over that MIDI. I'm just noodling, man. I think what you've done here is really cool. So, but yeah, if that inspired some kind of maybe a breakdown part or something, then by all means. It sounds cool going to the major too. It's kind of cool. There's that. I mean, a lot of stuff you can do on those same bass notes, you know. Or you get a all right. Next track. I mean, sorry, did I give any notes for this at all? Or did I just go off on a tangent? It's really dope, man. I mean, not really much notes there other than arrange it, because right now you just have a little 2-minute chunk, but it's kind of, I guess it's kind of close. This could be like a 3-minute track, you know? Yeah, I love playing with the same bass notes and seeing how many different things you could do. You could do that Anita Baker shit, right? Like, dude, if you play this with a pad, if you start with the major, let's get like, this is kind of fun, man. Just nerding out, just playing keys today, like not really fucking doing anything. This is dope. This is what I want to do on my birthday, man. Just chill with you guys. Acoustic pad, dude. Let's check it out. Yeah, Anita Baker. Yeah, it's those chords, 100%. I love those. They're good ones you can kind of adapt to a lot of different things because it starts with that major. Those are some wide ass voicings right there. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let me get the piano back up. What did you say? Man, I wish we were allowed to make music like this again. Dude, you make whatever fucking music you want, dude. Don't be a little bitch, dude. You want to make that music? Make it, dude. Because there's plenty of other people that like that shit and they're not doing it because they're scared. And that's some pussy shit right there. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, man. Like, if you're kind of scared to make something because it might not be cool or this or that, like, that's probably a good sign that you should do it and be bold about it. Be unapologetic, man. You know? I'm scared because I don't feel confident about my music theory knowledge yet. Listen, man, music theory is good, but you know what's better than music theory? Is using your ears, dude. And like some people have a good ear for music and other people just don't. And you can't ever learn that. Like I could play you old stuff that I did. That still sounds good. And I didn't know any music theory shit. All I knew was when something sounded right and when it sounded wrong, you know? And some of it is fucked up and sounds bad, but other stuff is like you should be able to hear when something sounds off. And if you can't hear when something's like not in key with your song or just sounds off, it's pretty hard to like teach someone that. You just maybe don't have musical ears yet. But you can learn that. You can develop that. You don't need music theory, man. You need ears, dude. You need to be able to recognize when something sounds right and when it sounds off. And if it sounds off, fix it. Move some notes around till it sounds right, you know? You don't need music theory. It definitely helps, but like I suck at music theory, dude. I'm trash. I mean, you guys are teaching me stuff all the time, you know? I'm not that good. But I can hear when I don't like something or it sounds weird to me and it sounds off, you know? That's what I had to figure out when I came up with. Yeah, the ears. The ears are the most important thing, man. And I guess if you don't naturally have like musical ears, you can probably like develop them with maybe some lessons or just practicing. But man, like if you hear something like sometimes I'll hear stuff, whatever, people will send stuff and like you can hear that it's like out of key, like it just doesn't sound good. And I'm kind of like, well, you got to work on that first, man. You shouldn't be like trying to put out music if you can't tell when something's out of key. Like you might need to lock yourself in your studio for a year or two and really make sure you're ready to put stuff out. And there's no rush to put out music too. If you've been producing for a year or two, like just work at it, man. Get really good first and feel 100%, you know, confident or like 90% confident. You know? All right, so let's do another one. Sorry, I'm completely getting sidetracked here, but okay, so the next one is if I'm skipping over your track, it's because you put it on SoundCloud and I'm not gonna open SoundCloud links just because it's my birthday and I don't want to. I'm just being a dick, but yeah, put them on the Discord and make sure I can download them, because then I can bring them into Ableton and do what I need to do. You know. Luxley, idea I'm working on. Need some more work. Blah blah. Feedback. Okay, let's do it. And you know, guys, like any advice I'm giving or feedback, take it all with a grain of salt too, man, because I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning every day. So, you know, hopefully some of this stuff helps, and you can choose to ignore some of it. If you're like, no, I like the way that thing is, then cool. Stand by it, you know? But hopefully some of the stuff I'm saying helps a little bit, you know? $120, all right. All right, Luxley. right, man. Super sick, dude. This is fire. I don't know how much notes I have for this, honestly. I mean, again, the only thing I would say about this is like it's really well executed. The drums, bass, chords are dope. Everything's dope, you know. But it just sounds like if someone heard this, they would just be like, "Oh, that's an old Oliver track or something," or that's like a whatever, you know. Like I can hear the influence, which is great. I'm like flattered by that, but it's like what's setting it apart. You know what I mean? What's up, dog?
Awesome.
You got the DX7?
Yeah, it's just dope. It's just like it's different. I've already know I'm gonna use it more than a rack
Yeah.
mount or a plug-in. It's like
The feel of it's dope,
the
right?
feel of it. I'm routing it differently. It's like I can already program it, do basic stuff. It's just hard, but it's.
But do you have the stock patches?
Yeah,
Sick.
and a card. So I have
of different stuff. Yeah.
yeah. It's just like an add-on, but it's like, and I have all the sysx files, so I can just like
Yeah.
dump
Fucking awesome.
sessions in there, man.
I'll get in there and check it out in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rylan just got a DX7, dude. He's pumped.
We got
Track feedback. Yeah.
some birthday boy. Throw up some O's. Let me see some O's from my boy. My birthday boy. My strong birthday boy.
Oh my god.
Woo! Let's see him.
There's one.
I want to see 40 O's.
Yeah, at least 40 O's, dude. Okay, we're at what? 10, 11, 15, 16, 20. Keep going, dude. Let me see 40 O's in chat. Go.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. If there's more than 40, we have to start over. Woo! Look at that, baby.
There we go.
Hoots.
There we go.
Big hoots. Dude, you should watch vape trick videos at some point.
Vape trick videos. Yeah, just do a whole stream
Like the
of
vape
vape
wars.
tricks. Yeah.
What's the ones at like the convention where the guy's got two in his mouth and he's like, and they just blow like.
Yeah, or they walk with it and just like
Yeah,
push
yeah.
it and shit. Yeah.
Snoops.
Yeah, man, this track's sick, dude. But yeah, my only thing is like, well, where's where's your thing in it? You know what I mean? Like, really well mixed. I think it sounds fantastic, man. The drums, everything sounds great to me. I can't really give critique on this, other than I just think it's a little derivative. But like, you got it really figured out, man. You know, like the chords are lit, super fire. 1 minor. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't have too much feedback for this one other than like the mix. Everything sounds really good to me. Yeah, I think your mixing's really great, man. It's really, really good. I think the chords are sick, dude. I don't think you need to change the chords at all. Very Daft Punky kind of chords, you know? What are the drums from? It sounds familiar, but I don't know if it's. Are those the drums? Oh, they're from the pack. Sick. I don't even know my own samples. It's funny. First chord is a sus chord. Who's the music theory guy in here figuring out all the chords? I love it, dude. Is it sus? So it's what? Sus 2 or sus 4? It's definitely not sus 2. It's dope, man. Love it. But yeah, that's my only thing is it's a little derivative, man. There's not like all the technical stuff, everything is great, but the overall like I just want to see some more originality a little bit. And I think you guys need to like place more importance on that kind of stuff. Like be influenced by people, but like take it in your own direction, you know? Because all your fundamental stuff here is really good. Like the mixing's great, and like I said, everything's great, but like, do you really want to put stuff out and then people are just going to be like, oh, it sounds like something else I've heard, you know? Does that make sense? I hope I'm not being like harsh about this, but all I know is if I heard this, if someone put this out, I'd be like, oh. I'd just be like, oh, these guys are like trying to do my shit, you know? Which I've heard many times, you know? Which it's flattering. Like I'm glad you're influenced by the stuff that I've put out, but it's really clear. Like if I heard this on a pop track or something, I'd be like, oh man, just, you know? Sus 4 is a Michael Jackson chord. Is it really? That's a sus 4 on that, right? But yeah, man. And that I could have some arrangement notes, but generally having like a track like this, just having a couple, maybe a shorter section like that somewhere in here, just to kind of break it up a little bit. But super sick, man. You got the sauce, you know what I mean? You got the important shit on lock, so. But I mean, I could let's see. Like this is from like 2011, right? Well, so this probably sounds like shit now, but. So this is like 2010 or something. 2010 or 11. It's almost 10 years old. But what's crazy about this is like I wrote these chords too, and this was before I knew any kind of music theory shit too. Like they're fucking weird chords,
Such a feeling that you're giving me when I'm near you. Such a feeling that you're giving me. I really need you. Such a feeling that you're giving me.
Oh, this is the demo. Let me pull this up. The demo sounds like trash. Even this, there's too much like white noise. Like I could scrutinize this mix pretty bad too. But yeah, Luxy, you're on the right path, man. This shit is like, I think you have all the fundamental stuff. You obviously have a good ear, and I can't really scrutinize the mix or any of that stuff. But yeah, just like try to bring your own flavor to it a little bit more because it sounds a little derivative to me. Yeah, that's like one of the first Oliver track, one of the first ones. Yeah, I definitely started, I think, with the bass line or I might have started with the chords. I don't know. Because like the vocal doesn't really match the chords that great, but sometimes that's cool when it's a little bit out. So that's why I'm saying like, yeah, you can know music theory, but more importantly, like use your ear more than, your ear's never going to lie to you, All right, let's do another one. I guess I was on the face cam the whole time there, but what can you do? All right, so let's find another one here. Run the feedback thread. Okay, wait. But yeah, you guys, I mean, in general, the stuff you're sending me is really good, man. It's all really, really good. I just think the general advice I have is just kind of a lot of, I know a lot of you are like new producers, just kind of like need to find your own thing too. And it's not to say like, oh, my music was like so innovative and whatever. Like my shit was not that different, but I guess it was different enough to where people could recognize it, is what I'm saying. You know, there's plenty of people that make way crazier, more innovative stuff than I do, but you can definitely carve out your own spot, you know, where, because I like producers when I hear their stuff where I'm like, that's so-and-so made that. I just know by hearing it. And it can take years to kind of develop your own thing, but dude, a lot of it can even just be drum sounds, you know, like I know a lot of you guys are using the sample packs and stuff like that, but you should take time to design your own drum sounds too. You know, get your own flavor, find your own kind of groove maybe, or just use sounds that maybe other people aren't really fucking with. Like try to find something a little bit. Like what if you did that last style of track, but you did it like halftime? And I don't know. There's just ways to reinvent it and make it kind of more fresh, you know? Nerdy frames. Okay, I did that one. Did that one. CJB. Okay, let's do this. Did I do this one already? Man, I hope I hope some of the stuff I'm saying helps, but like, take it all with a grain of salt, I guess, you know? I'm a 40-year-old man who isn't in touch with the times, so. Okay, wait a minute. Here, I'm just going to respond to some of the stuff here. It may be cool to do sound design stream sometime. Drums, etc. Yeah, sound design stream. Yeah, I could do that. My girlfriend put me on Kim Petras and didn't realize you were a producer, and I immediately guessed it was you. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's like one of my things I'm most proud of is that people can hear something I produced and know it was me. And I think I always strived for that, you know, and it really did take a long time to get there. And I don't think you want to be the opposite. I don't think you want to put something out and then people are like think it's from somebody else. Like you have to find your own distinct style, you know? And only you can unlock that. And it takes a little bit of courage to kind of do that, you know? Like someone said earlier, oh, I was playing the R&B chords and like, oh, I wish it was okay to do this kind of thing. It's like, it is okay, man. Whatever you love, just do it, man. And like, the bolder, the better, man. If it's something that's like, whatever, this kind of thing isn't cool to do, then like, be bold enough to do it and like stand behind it. Be like, no, this is the shit. You guys are wrong, you know? I'm going to show you that it's cool. Be the one who paves the path for that. But yeah, I mean, I take a lot of pride in the fact that people will hear that Kim Petras stuff and they're like, oh, sounds like Oliver produced it. Like that to me is really dope. And I'll say this about that, man. Like it really did take a long time. It took years to develop my own thing. And for a lot of producers, it doesn't take that long. There's a lot of young producers that come out the gate and they have something totally fresh. And so it's different for everybody. So don't be discouraged if you've been producing for a few years and you still maybe don't have that original sound yet. Like it'll come over time, but you got to take chances and you got to be a little bit more brave and, you know, have some courage. You know, that's what makes you stand out. And some people are, I mean, look at artists like who stands out the most right now to you? Like the big ones for me are like, you know, Gesaffelstein and like Sophie, Flume, stuff like that, where that stuff's really different, really, really different. I mean, there's many artists like that, but like that's inspiring to me because yeah, Sophie to me is kind of at the top of the list for me as far as like, wow, just unbelievable sound design, just so original, so cool, genius stuff, you know. Really forward thinking and just dope. Like I'm jealous of a lot of that shit. I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that, you know. Travis Scott's Sicko Mode was pretty unique to me. Yeah, that track's fucking fire, dude. I love that shit. Porter's new stuff. I haven't really heard much of the new Porter stuff. Sophie, just search Sophie, man. Sophie. Produce some stuff for other people too. Like, I mean, check out her solo shit. It's like it's really unbelievable, man. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're inspired by Sophie, you're inspired by my stuff, you're inspired by Madion or any of these other artists. Like, take them all and kind of put them in a pot and mix them together and see, like, you might have something really unique and interesting come out of that. That's how a lot of really amazing music was made. It wasn't like, you know, it's like when the Rolling Stones did disco. It was like the Rolling Stones did a disco song. And it still sounds like the Rolling Stones, but it's like this current disco thing that's happening. And maybe that's a bad example, but they, you know, they merged these two things together and it worked, you know. So a lot of it's just about taking all those influences and making them gel together, right? Like take these disco chords that you did on your track and then do it slow tempo and maybe use some weird sound design like Sophie-esque stuff or, you know, I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but have I listened to 100 Gex? No. Knife Party creating EDM trend machine. Knife Party, I liked a lot of Knife Party stuff. Super sick engineers for sure. All right, let me listen. Sorry, I got distracted, bro. Let me listen to this again. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, this is tight. This is like some what do they call this style now? Like, I mean, it's obviously it's like super 80s influence, but like synthwave, I guess, kind of synthwave. You can maybe like trip the sounds out a little bit more, like use some like Vector Meld or like RC20, just kind of make them a bit more wavy and kind of fucked up, you know? And then obviously like you need to do an arrangement, right? Like I can't give tons of feedback if it's just like a little piece of an idea, but You have enough elements here, I think, to do like a full arrangement of this, you know? Yeah, I love the snare. The really big gated 80s snare. I always love that. It's just sick though, man. It has like a really cool groove to it. Just need to. The mix is really nice, actually. It's really balanced. It's not the sub and the bass could come up a little bit. But yeah, I like that the drums are really raw like that. Sometimes, yeah, keeping your drums really like, dude, you don't need to put reverb all over them and shit. Like, so a lot of times, just super bone dry drums sound the best, you know. A lot of times with stuff like this, like the way these chords are moving, it's a lot of times I'll like to do like pretty hard cuts on stuff. Like, let me see if I can do it just with what you have here. Is there like do some edits with the audio maybe where you go like cut the chords there, like these chords. Like it should be like ding, 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 you know, like a super hard cut. Like, sorry, I can't really do it with this, but more like, you know, if you do those edits with the actual audio and like chop them, sometimes that really sounds cool, you know. But that's whatever. Artistic choice. You don't have to do that at all, but. All right, let's do another one. But yeah, man, maybe work on that a bit more and upload it again with a bit more of an arrangement. Yeah, it could just be like, could literally be like a 3-minute, 4-minute track, you know? Okay, so this one's from Zodic R6S. Very early preview. You guys got crazy names, dude. I can't pronounce half of your names. Hips Don't Lie. Isn't that a Shakira song? Watch out for strikes, yeah. I don't know, dude. That's a band though, whatever that was. I mean, it was called Hips Don't Lie, and I still played it, so hey. Just wait, it gets better. What the hell, dude? I don't know what you're trying to do with that. You definitely successfully trolled me, though. Should I listen to the whole thing? No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. Okay, so just browsing for Vaughn, if there is time. Okay. Chill. This one's called Chill. Let's check it out. Just a little idea. Okay. Sick. Oops, I got it looped. My bad. Okay, cool. So it's just a little idea, right? Let me see what's going on. Something sounds weird about the kick drum. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe. I think it's the sub here is a little weird to me. Like, is it a bass line? Is it part of the kick drum? Like, I don't really. Like, I would lose that sub and actually write a bass line to it, you know? Or use the same sub and lower it a little bit and write like an actual bass line. Yeah, definitely. I don't think the sub really fits that style because you have like really vintagey drum kind of sounds, and just the chords and stuff are kind of vintagey sounding. So maybe use like a fake live bass if you don't have a real bass player or you don't play bass. The chords are really cool though, man. But yeah, maybe just work on a more of a bass line there and do some arrangement. Yeah, moto is a good option, or maybe like a Scarby bass. But I do think like either like a Moog style bass or like a fake live bass would sound really nice on that. It'll give it some more movement because right now I'm kind of waiting. I'm like waiting for when does it come in? You know, it sounds like an intro. And I think if you did a funky bass line on that, it might really take it to the next lev. Sorry, I've been on this. I keep forgetting to switch screens here, but let's do another one really quick. So Gabbo. Let's do Gabbo next here. Harp ARP. Okay. I take this auto warp thing off. It's pretty annoying. All right, I'm just gonna jump around a little bit because there's a bunch more stuff to get to. This is cool, man. I really like this a lot. Note wise, like it's mostly like drum stuff. Like there's a lot of. Let me listen again. I like that it's a shuffle beat. That's cool. Like I don't love that crash sound. Kind of sounds boxy and kind of sounds cheap a little bit. And then like the marching band kind of drums, like same kind of thing. They sound a little like boxy and cheap. Like maybe if you're gonna use that sound, maybe find like a real. There's plenty of packs that have those like drumline. There's like a drumline pack on Splice that's crazy for that kind of stuff. But that could just be a choice too, because it does give it like a playfulness, which is cool too. So it doesn't have to bang, you know. Maybe that's part of it is kind of the cheaper, small sounding drum sounds. It's cool. It gives it a real vibe. So I don't know. The chords are really nice. Love that. I mean, boxy just means like they're kind of mono and like kind of like they don't fit with the rest of the track as much. Like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. That's just like the first word that came to my head. And I think just in general, there's maybe a little too much going on percussion wise. It's really cool though, man. It's really unique. It's different than anything that's been submitted yet, which is cool, man. You kind of have your own thing going on here, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, the arrangement. I mean, you could put another break somewhere in here to just break it up a little bit. But it's cool, man. It's definitely like a chill, vibey track, you know? Then obviously you need to like master and stuff, but very cool though, man. Very cool. Not too much notes on that. I mean, because you're kind of doing your own thing, so I can't really like scrutinize it too much, you know? Like mix wise, I personally would make the drums just a touch more impactful when it comes in. Because it's like chill like that doesn't mean that it can't kind of bop a little harder. You know what I mean? Well done though, man. It's really original and cool. I dig it. I dig it. All right, let's get into another one, boys. Lengi? Be great if I could pronounce one of your names properly. That's what I want for my birthday, dude. This one's called Wonders, yeah? Lengi? Lengi? I'm dumb, dude. I just can't pronounce any of these. How long have you been producing for, man? If you don't mind me asking. This will really help me kind of critique this. Lengi Tunes. How long have you been producing for, bro? You guys hear me? This thing on? Yeah, I'm not really sure what to make of this, man. It sounds like it's just like it's a little confusing to me. Like my issue with this is like there's nothing I can like grab onto. Like there's not a melody or chords or groove that I can like sink my teeth into. You know what I mean? Like there's some super weird processing. Like is that like super time stretched? Or there's like a ton of delay or there's a ton of reverb and it's overall really kind of muddy. But maybe that's what you're going for. I don't know. And even like the snare being there, like I don't understand. Like the mix is really weird. It sounds like the whole track's been like time stretched and like you have reverb on the master or something. It's just really muddy. But maybe that's the whole vibe. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old to understand. Like that crash. I don't know about that crash, man. And that snare, it's like you have like this track's really chill, but then you have this like dubstep snare, but it's not even like just seems out of place to me, you know? Like if you're going for the lo-fi thing, like really, really go for it, you know? There's just a couple sounds in there that don't really fit, and the hi-hats are just like really machine gunny and like static. Like there's not much, just not much groove to them. But yeah, man, if this is more like, it's hard for me to critique stuff like this because I don't like this could be a whole art movement that I don't know about or something. You know what I mean? And maybe I just don't get it. Because there's definitely like a vibe to it, you know. Maybe not, and maybe that's good enough that there's a vibe to it. So. All right, let's do another one. Sorry, I don't have much. A lot of these, I'm just like, I don't know what to say about it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't really, because that's so different. Like, obviously, it's not a pop song, it's not a dance song. It's like you're doing kind of your own thing, which is really cool. So maybe I can't really speak on it, you know? Or I can't critique the choices that you've made on that because whatever, I just don't get the genre that you're doing. Sorry, I don't know if that was helpful or not. Probably not. You should probably just do your own thing, dude. Don't listen to me. All right, so this one is from I gotta take this, guys. Hold on. Hey. All right, cool. I'm assuming it just keeps going. I mean, one thing I noticed right off the bat is just so your name's Exhale, Ixel. Dude, there's not one. I haven't got one name right this entire stream. This is really dope, man. I think the thing I noticed right off the bat, which a lot of people I think are saying in chat too, is the bass needs to be a little bit more present. And I'm just not getting a lot of like low end from it. I think the volume might be good. You might just want to like maybe boost some of the lows. Oh shit! What up, Robotaki? What up, dude? Yeah, doing like track reviews, bro. R bass is good. Yeah, R bass is cool. Well, you could just do it with EQ too, but R bass is great. I actually don't have R bass anymore. I got rid of all my wave stuff. Arrangement wise, like I just want a little more excitement, and what I mean by that is just kind of more dramatic changes. Like especially at the end here, it seems to just keep going, and there's not really any changes or anything. Like but like all the sounds are cool. But yeah, definitely the bass. Also, this like I don't really love that static sound there. Like maybe I just don't like whatever that sample is of the vinyl or whatever. It's not like the right. Maybe try a different vinyl sample and maybe like something that has some more ambience to it. Like, you know, there's plenty of packs that have these kind of like texture layers and stuff. Getting the sub balance has always been tricky. Yeah, it is tricky, man. It is really tricky, especially if you don't have a sub. Like, then you're really kind of screwed. But the mix is nice. I mean, other than the sub, I just need some low end, but it looks good. The master looks good. You're not like overly pushing it here. Like, this is what you want to see. Like, this is really good. It's still dynamic, but loud, you know, which is great. Yeah, good job, man. This is great. Could even be just doing a little bit more automation, maybe automate a reverb coming up in this section here. You know, something sweeping up like that, or I don't know, just something, just some more ear candy kind of stuff. Because it does sound really dry, which is good, but like in some parts maybe a little more atmospheric kind of stuff. All right, man. Good shit, dude. That one's really good. I don't have tons of notes on that. I'm kind of only like gonna just tell you about the most glaring kind of issues that I see on stuff. But with that, it's just mostly there's the bass you need to work on a little bit, which is easy, man. The bass line's cool, so you don't really have to do much. Okay, so we gotta. Okay, this one is Super Muckus. Wait. McCole Chainsmokers remix. Okay, let's have a listen. Let's have a gander.
Where do you think you're going? It's so late. What's wrong? I said I can't stay. Do I have to give a reason? It's just me. It's what I want. Before I love you, gonna leave you, before I'm someone you leave behind. I'll break your heart so you don't break mine. Before I love you, gonna leave you, even if I'm not here to stay, I still want your heart. Your heart for takeaway, Your heart for takeaway, Your heart for takeaway, Your heart for takeaway, Your heart for
Sick, dude. Give me 1 sec, guys.
Listen to my heartbeat.
Give me 1 sec. I just got to send something off really quick, and then I'll get to the notes on that. Distracted here. Hold on. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Super Muckus. So it was for a remix contest? It kind of reminds me of wait, let me see. What is it called? It kind of reminds me of this a little bit. I don't know if you were inspired by this one, but not my favorite remix that I've done, but this all sounds really good. Let me just jump through again, just because I was a little distracted. My apologies.
You have for takeaway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 You have for
I think the bass could be a little same thing, a little subbier. I'm missing a little of the bottom end from the bass. Really good though, man. It's really super well done, dude. You definitely know what you're doing. So I don't have much critiques on this. I mean, so you submitted this for a contest? That's what happened? I mean, the only thing I'm really noticing mix wise is just the bass could be a little bit. I don't know what it is too. It just needs to be more. I'm not like feeling it as much, you know. It's really well done though, man. I guess they just weren't feeling the style of the remix, and what can you do, you know? Yeah, I mean, if you're doing remixes for those like bigger kind of EDM pop artists, like you got to play their game a little bit, I think, maybe for them to be on board, you know? But yeah, I don't really have that much notes for it, you know? This break is a little maybe too crazy for me. Maybe too much empty space there, but whatever. That's like an artistic choice again. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I mean, dude, it's a chain smokers. You know what I mean? They might not be into this type of shit. So I wouldn't take any offense to that. This is probably better produced than most of the stuff that was submitted. I can almost guarantee you. So maybe you should repurpose this and get the bass out. Like the mastering is pretty good. It's really really loud and it sounds great. So maybe take the vocals out and like change the arrangement a bit, and then you have a track. You know, you've already spent all this time on it. It's like there's no point in wasting it. Like you know? Repurpose it and put it out, or get some of your own vocals on it, or do some vocal chops or something. I don't know. I think you should just put it out. Especially when you put that much time in. Like, I can tell you really went in on this, you know? So if it's not released, you should release it for sure. All right, let's get into another one. C. Mackenzie. Okay. We got some regulars up in here. Hell yeah. Before You Knew Me. Okay, let's check it out.
Stay with me, though I'm faulty, though I cannot sleep, I keep you up all night. Stay with me, but tread carefully, 'cause you say I need devotion all the time, and you say I've lost my life, my life. Before you knew me, you read straight through me, read straight through me. No, you know who I was before you knew me, you read straight through me, read straight through me.
All right, cool. This is I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but I get the vibe, you know? This is really dope, dude. I love this. I think it could be better though. There's ways to make it a little better. The production's really slick, man. The chords are sick, the bass line's sick, the drop is cool. But there's a couple little things, like, again, and I've done this on other tracks, but like this section here, that's no good. That's too crazy. Like all you have to do is look at the waveform, right? Like look at your drop and then look at this. This should never be louder than your drop part, right? Boom, that's where it should be. See, like already just doing that, there's so much more impact to it when it comes in. But yeah, I'm seeing this a lot where the dynamics are just not really there. And like I've said before, like you could just automate that on your master, but also with this bass, like I think you might just be able to turn the bass down quite a bit. Also, it's like really sustained. It might be cool to have it kind of just a bit more dynamics, like a more kind of tapered release sound, if that makes sense, where it kind of like the ADSR isn't just the sustain isn't on full blast. It kind of tapers out like dun, dun, like more dynamics to it. Well, the sounds are good. And make it more about the vocal too, because it's right now it's getting really, all this stuff is too loud, so the vocal is getting really drowned out. Let me hear the drop thing again. Again, like just looking at this, like your kick to bass ratio is kind of crazy. Like I want to see it look a little more like this. If it is this loud. That, you know, just a little, just tame it a little bit. You know what I mean? So just, you know, a little bit of balancing there. I think the drums could be louder. Because right now, look, I mean, just look at the bass, right? It's like, it's hyper sidechain, but it's like maybe a little too loud. Like the drums are just getting. But that's, I think that's like a minor adjustment. Because it adds to the style. The super hyper sidechain thing is really cool. So. It's really cool. That there's something weird in this transition here too. Like it's a little muddy. Maybe the crash comes out. It's not make or break, but you could definitely like finesse that a little bit more. From that little boy's dream you love to keep. Also, in general, like the vocal is cool, but the timing of it, like, did you sample this vocal or did you get someone to sing it? Like, where did you get the vocal? Oh, it's a remix. Okay. From that little boy's dream you love to keep in your mind. From that little boy's dream you love to keep in your mind. The original vocal was like swung. Yeah, but my issue with it is that the timing's a little weird to me. But that just might be the original track. I don't know. Like the timing on that is fine. Like I always, even if I'm doing a remix or something, I'll always go in on the vocals and throw a metronome on and like make sure they're hitting the beats really, really nicely, you know? And sometimes it's, it's not just like aligning the vocals to the grid. It's more about the feel and kind of like sometimes late is good. Sometimes, you know, slight early is good. But just making sure they really are in pocket with the track, you know, because this is kind of like I'm like losing the rhythm of it a bit, but
From the little boy's dream you love to keep in young hearty. Though I'm faulty, I cannot sleep, I keep you up all night.
it's cool though, man. The chords and everything are really sick, and the drop's great.
I've lost my life, my life. You love,
Same thing, like just mellow this out a bit.
you.
Like a lot of times I'll actually go in and like that's a really high pitchy kind of screechy sound, so just like lower that a little bit, you know. But yeah, same kind of thing. A little bit more dynamics there would be nice right here. Just a little bit of that kind of shit. Or maybe you have it swell up a bit more near the end. It gets a little louder, you know? But yeah, man, I mean, there's a few notes there, but do you know what I'm saying about this bass though? Like, I just want you to try maybe like. Actually, I do like the sustainy bass. It just needs to be way lower, I think. Way lower. Like the vocals should still be kind of popping out there. Yeah, those are my notes. Let's do another one. Really, really sick though, man. It's very cool. Very cool track. Free Stingo. Let's do yours. Bunker Bitch. Hell yeah. Let's do it. What the hell is going on? Hell yeah, dude. This is one of my favorites from today, I think. I really love this. And I like it because it doesn't sound like you're trying too hard. Like, it just sounds vibey and cool and very listenable. Yeah, I think there's a couple little notes on this. I love the drums. It's super bouncy and cool. There's one little rub I'm hearing there. Maybe I'm crazy, but like this stick right here, I would maybe either turn it down or roll off some of the high end on it. I think it's this one. Yeah, this. That guy, just like roll off a little bit of the high end, like chill that out a bit. It's a little jarring. Yeah, that one right there. Just a little bit. It's cool, but yeah, roll off the high end a bit. What else? Also, that crash, I think you could same kind of thing. Roll off the high end on it a little bit, you know? It'll still sound impactful, but it'll kind of, I think, fit the vibe a little better. And same thing, like on the white noise up sweep and down sweep, like chill those way out. Might not even need them. I'm just like on this wave of like, I really don't like white noise sweeps and down sweeps and like, I'm just not a fan. I think there's like tastier ways to accomplish the same thing. But yeah, minimal notes, man. I love the vibe on this. I don't know what kind of sample you used on this, but it's super cool, man. It's very dope. Kind of want to try something on this really quick too. Same thing, that white noise, I would mellow that out a little bit. It's a splice sample. There you go, man. Really love it, man. This is like one of my favorite things I've heard today. And I like it because it's a little different, you know? Too. It's dope. Anyways, man, yeah, this is dope. Sorry, I'm just vibing out over it. Really love it. I think there might be like a bass rub in there somewhere. Like, but yeah, man, great job. Not too many notes. Hearing one little bass rub that you might want to look into, but like the vibe's super cool, man. I like the drums. Everything's dope. The atmospheric stuff's really tight too. The outro is cool. All right, let's do another one, boys. I got to start pumping through these. You know what I mean? Alo, Golden Light. Okay, let's check this one out. If you're in the chat, holler. Getting into your track, bro. This one, I can already tell the mastering's crazy on this one. Okay, man. So the most glaring thing here is just the mastering is way crazy. Way crazy, man. There's like no dynamics here, and like, especially this, like that's crazy, dude. Like you need to mix it a little different. Like the music stuff's so loud. Like, just chill it out, dude. This is not, you know, I've said this time and time again, but like it should look like this, dude. When you're looking at the waveform. Because the thing about stuff like this, when it's super blasty and like it's actually like sounds like it's distorted in parts. Like, you can see it's clipping in certain parts. Is he in? Alo, are you in chat, bro? If he's not in chat, I'll just do this real quick. But like, the mixing is kind of all over the place, and the mastering's too crazy. The track's cool, but louder is not better, man. And you guys should be mixing your stuff where nothing's peaking in your mix. Like, keep your mix pretty low, and then when you master, like, it's just gonna sound that much better. You know what I mean? Because you want your music to sound good, like something that has dynamics and isn't super over compressed and smashed. The louder you turn it up, the better it sounds. Whereas something like this, the louder you turn it up, the more just like, ear bleedy it is. Like there's no space. Music is about dynamics and empty space. That's what makes drums sound great, right? If you have great drums, but then all the music is just brick line crazy, the drums they're gonna lose their groove. They're gonna lose the punch. But yeah, I mean, overall, I would start there and get this mix, like dial this mix in a little bit, 'cause it's just crazy. Like find some of your favorite tracks and A/B it and be really critical on your own mixes. You know, sometimes, like, dude, it took me years to figure out how to mix and master shit, and it's a lot of trial and error and bouncing. Okay, let me bounce out this mix. You know, I would bounce out a mix, like, dude, the stuff from my album, I bounced out like hundreds of different versions of mixes, you know? And they're never perfect. Like, you just kind of at one point are like, okay, I think it's not getting any better, so let's just go with this one. But this kind of stuff, you definitely like, it's pretty obvious that, you know, like I'm looking at the waveform and it just looks like a sidechained bass with like chords. Like I can't even see the drums. Like a lot of this stuff you can just do visually and just look at it and be like, Like I don't even have to hear this and know that it's not mastered right and not mixed right. But everything else sounds cool. Like you know what you're doing. The sounds are cool. The production's dope. But it's just hard for me to listen to the whole thing because my ears are just like, I'm having a hard time, you know? Yeah, because you could easily ruin a good track just by doing that, man. Loud does not equal good, man. Space is really good on tracks. All right, so let's get into another. I'm gonna start pumping these out, boys. Blue Sats, Blue Satellite. Let's do this. But overall, man, the bar's been pretty high, man. Everything you guys are sending me is great. You know, you guys definitely are talented individuals. Yeah, so I mean, the first thing I'm gonna do is just go in on this and like, this is loud, but it's not. I would tame down the loudness just a smidge. I don't like seeing. I just don't like seeing like bricks, dude. Like sausages and bricks. Especially when all like I said before, man, all this shit is gonna. If it goes on Spotify, they're gonna lower the volume a bunch. So there's no point in having it blasting through the roof like this. I think unless you're making like dubstep or like some really club driven, even like house, then maybe you want to like make sure your master is really loud, but sorry, I just read. I'm getting a lot of birthday stuff, so give me 1 sec. Okay, cool. Blue Satellite remix, Speechless Emotion. Kiyu. Let's check it out.
Feeling right in December. Yeah, I got it bad.
I think just in general, there's like a lot going on here too. Maybe a little too much.
But I love it. Yeah, we know what we got. So don't say a word, keep it hush hush, kind of thing to prove to.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like a good reference for this, but like, you might want to do a part where it's just the drums and the bass too, you know? Do the drums and the bass, and maybe the chords are in there, but they're like low passed. Like strip it down, dude. Strip it down a little bit. Chord thing, you got kind of a rhythmic clavinetti thing in there. There's a lot going on in there. So what I would say is strip it down. Like the more modern approach right now in pop music and just kind of everything is to strip shit way down, dude. Strip it down, baby. And then it really forces you to focus more on the important stuff and kind of like, okay, is my bass sound good enough to stand by itself with nothing else? Like listen to the Dua Lipa thing that Ian did, right? Just bass and drums on the verse. You could kind of do that with this for sure, you know?
Yeah, we know what we got. Keep it hush hush, kind of thing together. Feeling right in December. Yeah, I got it.
And again, like I've said this a million times on this stream, but these sections, you know, too loud. So when it comes back in, this is kind of not just that. Like in general, there's just a lot of information here. Like, especially with vocals. Like if you look at some of the bigger vocal songs, you just got to make a little more room for the vocals, man. Like.
I don't gotta say down, no, we don't gotta say.
Like right there, that guitar thing is louder than the vocals.
Down, no, we don't gotta say. So nothing wrong with taking.
It could be as simple as like taking all that music and putting it in a group or a bus, lowering the volume and low passing it a little bit, you know? I think that's like a general thing with like remixing vocal songs is like you got to understand that like you want to impress people with your production, right? Like that's the whole thing. You're like, okay, I'm remixing this, like, oh, I have to just give them everything, like, and that's kind of like the wrong approach, I think, with a lot of vocal stuff. Like, dude, people are going to be really impressed if you have minimal stuff in there and it sounds great, you know? Because the chords and everything, the bass line, everything you've done is really good, but just strip it down a little bit. And then, you know, maybe you have it blow up by the end here. It's kind of like everything's in going crazy, but strip it down a little bit.
Don't say a word, keep it hush hush. Got nothing to prove to the press, 'cause they ain't us. Say homie, listen, give me one.
Like the mix might not even be that bad. Like at first I was like, oh, the mix is weird, but like it might just be because there's so much stuff happening, you know? But yeah, I don't know, man. I would start there and just try to like go into one of these sections and start muting stuff and being pretty ruthless about like getting rid of stuff. You know what I mean? Like start muting parts and like, oh, do I really miss that? Not so much. Like it still works without it. And then your sections are going to be more like real sections, you know? Or your arrangement it'll be more dynamic because I think all the parts are there. You just need to like pick and choose which, because right now it's all just busy, man. The bass could use a little work, maybe a little more mid-range punch to it, I guess. So it just kind of punches out in the mix a little better. But that could also just be because there's a lot of other stuff going on. And yeah, the master's a little too squashed for me. I don't know. Hopefully that helps, man. I don't know if maybe I'm just rambling, but hope there's some stuff you could take out of that. But musically, it's great, man. The chords, the bass line, everything's dope. Just like more tasteful arrangement would be what I would say with something like that. All right, so this one is Dibsy, First Sight, version 6. Oh, is he not in chat right now? I'll come back to this. Just maybe let me know in chat when he's back. So we'll skip that one for now until he's back in the house. Okay, so VIP sound. Oh, Craig Reeves. Okay, let's do yours, bro. I know you're in the chat right now, so let's get it. I gotta close some of these windows. My God. Spin the Bottle. Is this your track? You wrote this 10 years ago. My God, why do you want feedback on something 10 years old? Oh my God. Look at these birthday texts I'm getting. It's a new production. It's a recent production. Wait. Oh, so you wrote the song and now you're producing it. I got you. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Sad boy Connor, thanks for the $10, man. I appreciate that, brother. Hell yeah, dude.
Stepped in the bar and he came up and talked to me. Just conversation, not once had it dawned on me. Feeling temptation and it's painfully clear. So should I tell him I'm taken? Should I ask why he's over here? Got a man unaware of what's going on. Stranger in front of me speaks and he turns me on. What am I thinking? I can stop this at once. Being an unfaithful girlfriend shouldn't be so much fun, but it's like spin the bottle. It's like spin the bottle. Looks like I'm the one he chose. This is how the story goes. He wants to get with me. He wants to get with me. To make you too risky. To make you too risky. I look to my left, to my right. I'm alone with him. Should I have left my best friend by herself? I've been with him 2 hours, can't remember his name. I try to find a solution, but there's no one to blame. I'm just like, what's the deal? I see no future with him now. Head spinning wild, regrets all I can think about. Next thing I know, we're on our way to his car, and now I'm watching myself, knowing I'm going too far. But it's like spin the bottle. It's like spin the bottle. Looks like I'm the one he chose. This is how the story goes. He wants to get with me. He wants to get with me. To make you too risky. To make you too risky. Should I risk losing my love at home? Don't wanna risk waking up alone. Promise myself that I'll never do what I did tonight again. Saddest I've ever been. Put my thoughts to an end. Let my new life begin. It's like spin the bottle. It's like spin the bottle. Looks like I'm the one he chose. This is how the story goes. He wants to get with me. He wants to get with me. To make you too risky. To make you too risky. It's like spin the bottle. It's like spin the bottle. Looks like I'm the one he chose. This is how the story goes. He wants to get with me. He wants to get with me. To make you too risky. To make you too risky.
Cool, man. This is dope. So you said you did this. Did you write the song, or what's the story? It's 10 years old. You wrote it? Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing that jumped out right away is it does sound like an older pop tune. Like it doesn't sound that current to me, like song-wise and production-wise. It kind of sounds like an old like Destiny's Child thing or something, which can be cool, but you could offset that just by the production choices, I think, a little bit.
It's like spin the bottle. It's like spin the bottle.
Like that's very like early 2000s, I think. That
It's like spin the bottle. It's like spin the bottle. Looks like I'm the one he chose. This is how the story goes. He wants to get with me. He wants to get with me. To make you too risky. To make
yeah, even that pad sound in there is like kind of screams early 2000s. It's kind of like a trancey pad sound, which is just like, I think if you're trying to make pop stuff now, like you can't really, not to say you can't use that sound, but like, I don't know, just listen to some Ariana Grande records and like whatever other big pop records and really pay attention to the sounds and the choices. And most importantly, like the arrangement stuff and the drum sounds, like, because I think if the song kind of already has that vibe to it, like an early 2000s vibe. So if you want to offset that, you got to offset the production. Like the production has to be way different, you know? Like what tempo is this, by the way?
So much fun, but it's like spin the bottom. It's like spin the bottom.
Like it kind of has like a Scott Storch vibe to it or something, you know?
It's like spin the bottom. It's like spin the bottom. Looks like I'm the one who chose.
106, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's ways to update this, and like I said on the last one, like part of that is like stripping things down a little bit too.
Being an unfaithful girlfriend shouldn't be so much fun, but it's like stepped in the bar and he came up and talked to me.
Like that clap sound I don't really love. That could just be like a snap or something a bit more new school, you know?
Stepped in the bar and he came up and talked to me. Just conversation, not once had it dawned on me. Feeling temptation and it's painful.
You like filter those chords down a little bit more, but this is all really good. Like I think just the drum sounds in general are a little dated sounding, but
It's like spin the bottom. It's like spin the bottom. Looks like I'm the one he chose. This is how the story goes. He wants to get with.
Pussycat Dolls, yeah. It's cool though, man. Like it's good. Like the mix is good. But yeah, those are kind of my notes for it. Is maybe try to like, you know, I'm not like some amazing pop producer, but you could definitely reference some new stuff and maybe offset the early 2000 vibe a little bit by updating the production a bit and the vocal production too. You could do some cool like reverby, pitch down vocal stuff in there. I don't know, man. There's a couple moves you can do. But yeah, like Robotalkie said, man, everything I've been getting in here is like really high level stuff, man. I'm super impressed. Like you guys are really fucking talented. So Nemules. Dude, what is with your guys' names, dude? Am I just dumb that I can't pronounce like 99% of your names? Nemules. You guys need, I don't know, man. Change your names, dude. Make them easier to understand. I'm just fucking with you. Like literally all your names are like Sneer and Church and like they're just like kind of gibberishy. You know what I mean? This new track by like Sneer and Church and I don't know. I'm dumb, guys. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a listen to this. Wait a minute. Okay. I thought it was crazy. Okay, right off the bat, dude, your track's in mono. So I'm not sure what happened there, if that's intentional, but your track should always be in stereo. And I'm not sure what DAW you're using, but there should be an option. But a mono track is, unless it's like 1943, it's not really the vibe. So make sure you're bouncing your stuff in stereo. Do you want? I want. You know what? I'm not even gonna listen to it. Send it in stereo. I don't want to like do a disservice to your track. It's in mono. I can't really. Mono. Yes. Talk about dated, dude. Mono's pretty dated. I mean, when was stereo invented? Like 1930? All right, let's do another one. Neighbor. Happy birthday, man. All she wants. All that she wants is another baby. This better be an Ace of Base remix, bro. I'm just going to delete it. All right, so this one's by Neighbor. All She Wants, number 2. Let's go. All right, cool. Love this, man. This is super dope. I mean, the only thing I'm hearing on this is like, I totally get this vibe. It's kind of like people are saying in chat, kind of a K Tronada vibe. Also, it looks like there's sidechain on this part in the intro, which is that's like an artistic choice too. But I generally for like breakdowns, I bypass the sidechain. The other thing I noticed about this is like, I think the drums could just have a bit more swag to them. Like they could be a bit looser, a bit chunkier sounding. Right now they sound really like super straight. So I think if you like, you know, because you want a bit of that like Dilla bounce to this type of shit, and definitely like K Tronada. I think if you reference his stuff, his drums. Also the clap, I'm not like super in love with the clap sound that's under there, and maybe it's just too low in the mix. But yeah, try to swag the drums out a little bit. And I'm not an expert on that particular style, but let me just see. Let me see where your hi-hat's hitting here. It's more about like that maybe the hi-hat's a little looser in the middle, and then there's like, let me find like a clap sound or something. All right, that'll work. Just a bit chunkier and like looser. I'm not sure how else to describe it, but like a little bit of like. could also save the open hi-hat and maybe just have like a smaller hi-hat in the first part, like just like a little tss, 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 and then later on the open hat comes in. Could even be like, let me try. I just want to see maybe if it's like a late thing, like having the hi-hat a little bit late. Like, I mean, you see what I'm getting at, right? Just kind of like a looser feel with the drums, I think is kind of the vibe for this kind of thing. Like, that's not the right sound or anything. I'm just kind of trying to get the groove of it a little bit. But I'm sure there's like, you can figure out kind of it's definitely like a K Tronada kind of vibe. So like really lean into that, because like everything's dope. The chords are dope. The vocals are dope. The bass is cool. I noticed that the vocals went on a little long though. Like I kind of want to hear this part a little earlier. Like maybe that section comes in a little earlier over here or something. Like don't be afraid to kind of strip it down a little bit, Filter the chords and just have the bass really going hard and, Really dope though, man. I love this. You guys are sending me that heat today. Mix wise, I think it sounds pretty great. I would just have maybe, like I said, maybe a more present clap or snare in there. But that's up to your taste. Maybe you don't want that. But I like how muted it is. Like I don't think the clap or whatever needs to be super bright or anything. It's just kind of, I don't know. Really cool, man. Really love this. Great fucking job, dude. But yeah, swag those drums out a bit, put some like live hi-hats, because right now you just have like sounds like a 909 kind of open hat thing. I would like to hear some more live dusty hi-hats in there maybe. And they don't even have to be loud, but I just kind of want to hear the dirtiness out of that. Okay, so let's do Nemules. Nemzels. You're back in the chat, bro? Let's do yours. I already got this. I don't know why I'm... Oh, wait, because you sent it in mono. My bad. Okay, so this one's stereo now? Please tell me it's stereo. And it's in stereo. There we go. Hey, we've all done that, man. We've all done that many times. I don't know why you would ever bounce something in mono. Like, it shouldn't even be an option in the DAWs, Let me respond. I'm going to play this, respond to a couple texts, and then we'll get into it, okay? Okay, was that all of it? So this is like obviously a demo, right? Yeah, let's go through it. So again, chill on this mastering. Like this is like crazy loud, man. You gotta chill this out a little bit. Like those, I think those leads are way too loud, or maybe you need to dial back the high end a little bit. And it sounds like you have two leads in there. I would get rid of the one that's not doing the lead melody, at least at the beginning. Like just have the one that's doing the melody. And then maybe bring that in later because I don't know what the melody is yet because it's coming in at the beginning of the song. So just try to have one lead sound in there. It's really cool though. Also, is there no bass yet? Yeah, so obviously some bass needs to happen there. Like again, probably like a nice Moog sounding bass or a live bass would be really good. Super cool though, man. The vibe is really strong on this. It's really dope. I was gonna say the drums could use a little more low end, but I think once you have bass in there, it's gonna sound great. Because sometimes like with like the balancing the drums and the bass in a track, it's the emphasis either has to be on the bass, like the bass is the big subby bass thing, or the kick is the big subby bass thing. So sometimes having a smaller kick drum that isn't super crazy and subby is good because then your bass line's going to pop out more, which is probably like I would keep the drums the same on this. They're dope. So also, I would just get rid of that lead in this part. Like I kind of want to just hear the piano, the keys with the bass and drums, and then maybe introduce the lead a little later. But I know it's really early on, but yeah, right off the bat, those are the couple notes I have, I guess. And yeah, if you're still working on this, and obviously this is a demo, like there's no need to sorry, I had the volume kind of low on it. That's my bad. There's no need to put a master on it, and you know what I mean? Wait till your song's done, then throw a master on it. Really cool though, man. This has a lot of potential. Like people are saying, like kind of Sebastian vibes. Super sick, man. All right, let's do another one. I'm probably gonna have to go pretty soon here, guys. That was a really chill stream though, dude. Let's see if we can get in maybe one or two more here before we dip. And I'll try to get to these ones later. I don't want to make my whole stream about doing feedback, but this is really fun, man. I enjoy it, and you guys are like really delivering the goods, man. Like everything you've sent me is like really awesome. Like you guys definitely know what the fuck you're doing, and you should all just continue to work and progress and keep it up, man. A lot of talented individuals up in here. So let's do Shale. Heno Shale. Again, another name I can't pronounce. Cool. Very cool. Maybe you guys are foreign. Maybe everyone in my chat is like foreign, but these names, dude, I can't with the names. I'm just teasing you guys. You know I love you guys. This one's called Just Wait. Let's have a listen.
Just wait till I get serious. I just wanna spend some time with you. You got a grip on me,
All right, man. This is dope. I have some notes for this for sure. Right off the bat, like the sample's really dope. The sample's super fire. I don't know who this is. It kind of sounds like The Limit, maybe. Am I right? You don't have to give away the sample if you don't want to, but that's just my guess. Like the phaser stuff is really cool here, but I think it's maybe a little too extreme.
just wait till I get serious. I just wanna spend.
Like I said, dude, if you don't want to give away the sample, that's totally cool. Keep it secret, man. Let these kids have to try to figure it out. That's what's up. Really dope sample though. Super, super sick. So
But just wait till I get serious. I just want.
like maybe just mellow that out a touch just because it's getting really low volume and then getting super loud here. And then the drums are, this part I don't know about because I'm kind of like, you're building it up with this sample, right? Like the chops are cool and stuff. But I kind of want to just hear it come in. Like you're doing super crazy chops, which they're cool, but with these kind of things, man, I think repetitiveness wins. Like if you have a hot sample, man, just loop it, dude. Do like one or two edits, but have the same thing go. So I can really like get into the groove of it. Okay. Like this, it's kind of all over the place. So I'm kind of like, okay, this is dope. But also when this comes in, like I want to hear it comes. Like that doesn't sound like a droppy bit to me. It sounds like an outro kind of. Because the filter gets sampled down and then there's just kind of like you added a bass line and stuff. Like I want to hear this sample come in with the drums and like a bass line that matches the sample. I just want to hear it come in hard, you know? That would be my first thing. And then the drums are a little weird too. Like I would try sidechain those hi-hats a little bit because they're very like machine gunny, very just you kind of want them to you want a little more bounce to them. And then also your kick is like really kind of muddy and flappy. There's no punch to it. And your snare is like crazy, crazy loud. And don't be afraid. Like I said, maybe don't be afraid to loop some of this stuff, you know? Like I kind of want to hear like a loopy part of that, you know? And then like have some more loopy bits and then like save those crazy choppy bits for the breakdowns and stuff. But I kind of want to hear it just like come in. I want to hear the sample come in with the drums and bass. And yeah, work on that kick because it almost looks. It's got like a weird low end thing to it. You might want to try maybe a different kick drum. But yeah, super dope, man. It's got a lot of potential for sure. The sample's fire. Just like that's the thing, man. When you have a fire sample, like a lot of times you don't need to like do crazy chops, you know? If you think about all the best kind of like French house and stuff like this, a lot of it is not super edited. A lot of it's just like, it'll be a good loop, maybe with a couple little tasteful edits in there. Because you're kind of like doing a disservice to a sample, I think, if you overly chop it up and try to do too many crazy edits. But that could be, like I said, that could be a B section that's really cool. Like it's cool once you've heard a loop, like a sample thing over and over, and then there's a section where you flip it and it gets all choppy and crazy, then it's kind of more interesting because you have an association with the original kind of loop, I guess. But yeah, super dope, man. Very tight. Let me see. Probably got time for like one more. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get to these ones later, but Dashi Miri. All right. Again, probably butchering your name. Sorry, no offense, but I'm dumb. So let's Ford sketch. Let's check it out. This might be the last one, boys. I gotta get home and do my birthday shit, you know? Sorry, before I get into this, that last track, maybe reference like to me it sounds like kind of like it could be like an Onra track, if you know who Onra is. It's like a French producer. Reference some of his shit, because his shit is like really correct for that kind of stuff. Because you have that big 80s snare, but like a lot of times those tracks, it's Onra spelled like that. That's correct. You're getting those big snares because the original sample is from the 80s and it has like a big gated snare. And then when you sidechain it with your drums that are just like tight, punchy ones, you get that kind of like, you get that really crazy sound. Can I start off the next stream of the rest of the demos? We'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, I can't be doing this every stream. I actually gotta, like, I'm kind of literally taking the day off by doing this. It's really fun, but yeah, I also want to like work on my shit a little bit, you know? Sorry, man. It's already in trouble. Let's start from the beginning. Okay, man. So this one's not going to be too long. A couple of things, like this lead thing in here. That's like way, way, way too loud. Way, way, way too loud. You need to mellow that out. Maybe a touch of reverb on it too. Just vibe it out a little bit. And I would say like these chords too, like they're really kind of standard kind of pop chords, which is fine. But I think you have to offset that with your sound design, because right now it just sounds like a super basic piano. Like there's no real flavor to them. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna use those kind of chords, you gotta treat the piano a little bit. Maybe make it so when the chords hit, there's a little bit of flam on them, you know? Like they're right now they're just hitting like. Oh, he's not in chat. Maybe he'll watch this later though. I'll just keep going because you guys we're already here. Yeah, so maybe make the chords sound a little more natural, just a little more played, because right now they just sound very like they sound very MIDI. They should so make them humanize them a little bit, and then like treat the piano like throw some effects on it. You know, throw like some chorus or RC20, like kind of trip them out a bit, maybe. Because right now they just sound very stock. Like it sounds like a stock piano sound. Oh, Luke, sorry, man. You gave me a donut. I didn't see that. Was it $1? How much did you give me, bro? I really appreciate it, man. You guys definitely don't have to donate. I appreciate every time you do, though. So thank you so much, man. I'm sorry I missed you, brother. I'm in my zone here, you know? Your last dollar. My God, dude. You didn't have to do that, bro. Cool. So yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, this lead is just piping hot, way too loud. Also, the hi-hats are very rigid and just tick, 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 tick. Like, I want some more swag out of those, man. I want a little more feel. That could just be velocity, like changing the velocities a little bit, putting a little more swing on them. You know, that kind of thing. Because right now it's very tick, 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 you know, very rigid hi-hat, and then the piano's really basic sounding, so it's... I want some more flavor is basically what I'm saying. And then this breakdown part, like I noticed it comes in. The breakdown starts with the snap, which is kind of weird to me. Like you should just cut this out and this should be here. You know, kind of, you're gonna have to work on that transition a little bit, but it's kind of, I found it a little weird that there was a snap here and then it disappears. Like either have the snap go the whole way through or have it start later. I think it's just kind of strange because you're adding this snap and it kind of adds momentum to a buildup. And if you're starting with that and then you lose it, then you're kind of like just a little bit weird. Yeah, hopefully that helps, man. Maybe I'll get to one more. Hold on. Let's do one more quick one, then I'm going to end the stream. All right, guys? I'm just going in order, man. No bias here. So we got a lot of stuff here, though. Let's do Casper. Let's do your track, bro. Are you in chat? Oh, Dibsy? Did I skip yours, bro? I'm sorry, bro. Let me find it. Hold on. Oh, first side. Did I skip it? Oh, that's my bad, dude. Thanks for chiming. I didn't mean to do that. It wasn't on purpose. I'm really sorry about that. Let's pull it up. First sight. All right. And my shit's freezing. Whoa, what the fuck, dude? You sent me a virus, bro? What is this? Oh, maybe it wasn't done downloading. I don't think it was done downloading or something. You trying to send me a virus, dog? Yo, what is this? I can't even import this file, bro. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're in the clear. All right, that was my bad. I hope I can watch the stream again because I missed the feedback. Yeah, that's fine, man. I'll leave this one up. If you missed your feedback part or you want to watch it again, I'll leave this video up for sure. So this one's called First Sight by Dibsy Dog. Sorry I missed you the first time. Let's give it a rip, dude. Let's go. My bad. Playing piano.
Don't believe in love at first sight. 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 Don't believe in love at first
All right, man. Yeah, I got a couple notes on this. I mean, actually, the mix and the mastering is pretty good on this. It's a little loud, but it's good. Like it's still dynamic, and you know, it's good.
Don't believe in love at first sight.
My only thing is like on this one, like the vocal is just like relentless. Like I never get a break from it. It's just goes the whole time. You know, like especially and I think on this first drop bit here.
Love at first sight. Don't believe in love at first sight.
Like this drop's cool, but like maybe just get rid of those vocal chops. Have those come in later, man. Like save them for over here or something, you know?
Love at first sight. Don't believe in love at first sight. Don't believe in love at.
Yeah, leave those out. Leave the vocal things out. Because right now the vocal is just like, I don't get a break from it. It just goes the whole time. And it's cool, but save it for places. You have to kind of create more moments. You know what I mean? I mean, another thing you do if you just want to maintain that melody in there the whole time is you could do the same. You could keep that same melody going, but play it with a different sound, like a lead sound or something, right? That would actually be really cool.
Love at first sight. Don't believe in love at
And then like again, like I've said this a million times, but like this should be kind of down here a little bit, you know? Just a bit more dynamics because right now this your build up's as loud or louder than your drop. So you gotta watch that. So I'm seeing that a lot on the stuff you guys are sending, but dynamics, man. That's how you make your drop part like really pop, dude. Is the dynamics. Like taking the low end out, lowering the volume a bit, having some elements kind of build up, and then when it comes in, you're getting the low end, the volume's a little louder. You know? You found it hard trying to break it up as it drove the track. Yeah, I hear you, man. But I think the elements are really strong, so like I think I think you can afford to rock without the vocal in this part. And then maybe kind of layer those pianos with the synth to bring up the brightness a little bit. If there's not going to be a vocal, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it just goes and goes and goes. Like arrangement wise, I want more dynamic things happening. I want to see more. And it doesn't mean you ever have to like change the music, like the chords or anything, but just like have a part where it breaks down and it's piano or pads or something. And maybe there's a different drum sound in there or like, I don't know, just more switches where I'm like, okay, this is a different part. If that makes sense. But the mix is good. The mastering is good. It's super loud. Cool. So I think that's going to be the last one for today, guys. I got to get out of here and have dinner with the girl and do some birthday shit. You know what I mean? Do some birthday boy stuff. But hopefully my feedback helped a little bit. Maybe I'll raid. You said Kirkpatrick's on right now? Can you guys tell me how to do a raid again? I totally forget how to do it. Thanks for joining, man. I hope there was some good constructive feedback. But I'll say this in general, man. The bar is like really high, like no bullshit. Like everything I'm hearing, I'm like, wow, you guys are super talented and know what the fuck you're doing. So a lot of them, I'm just like, hey, I don't really have too much feedback for a lot of this stuff. It's really great. So thanks again for the birthday wishes. If I missed your track, I'll get to it later. Hopefully, I don't know if next stream if I'm going to do it because I kind of just did nothing today. Like it wasn't a very productive day, but I wanted to take one to just kind of appreciate you guys for joining and showcase some of your music and hopefully give you a little bit more direction on how to finish stuff. And yeah, overall, man, really fucking amazing shit. You guys are sick, especially you guys that have been producing for not that much time. It's like the bar is really high. So amazing stuff. All right, boys, take it easy. Hopefully, I'm going to try to host Ian right now, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. Let me try. Okay, that did not work. Can you guys tell me how to do it again? Sorry, I'm such a bonehead at this stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing. Thanks again, guys. Love you. Yeah, we'll do this again soon.